What's going on, guys and girls? This is Vinny here again. Just wanted to give you a little update on the tinnitus story that I'm trying to post here. So apparently it is called tinnitus, not tinnitus like we've been saying. We've been wrong for who knows how long, but just throwing that in there. So I went to the audiologist and they did a test on my ears again, which was about a year and a half now that I've had it, almost 2 years. And there is a direct correlation between having tinnitus and a decline in your hearing. So apparently my hearing has gone down between about 5 to 10%. I'm going to give it a give or take because I know that, I'd probably go for another hearing test and it'll be different, just dependent on the day. But apparently there is a correlation between tinnitus and a decline in hearing. So I just wanted to go over a couple of things with you. So I actually got some kind of relief from this one doctor that I have gone through. The help that I'm going to explain to you is a temporary fix for it, which could help you for 30 seconds like it does for me, or for hours or days like it's done for others. Or there is a permanent solution that apparently only works for about 80% of people, and it doesn't get rid of the tinnitus, but it does make it less noticeable. So starting with number one, temporary fix. Very easy. It's you just take your fingers. Sorry, I have a broken thumb here, so it's kind of hard to do this. But what you're going to do is you're going to put your fingers on the back of your head, and then you're going to put these fingers on top. And your hands are going to cup your ears from the back. So all you're going to do is go like this. You're going to take your hands, you're going to put them on the back of your head like this, put your fingers touching, and you're going to put your hands like this. Now all you're going to do is push down as hard as you can. Now don't do it so hard that you're obviously going to be hurting yourself, because we're not here trying to injure ourselves. But what it's going to do is, I'm assuming just from either the knocking sound or the pressure or just the way it affects your ears or the internals of your brain, it kind of calms down your tinnitus. And I've seen this, other people on YouTube have done it. She told me to do it with the doctor that I went to, so I tried it out. Some people it works, doing it 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. You could do it slow, you could do it fast. I found that if I do it like this, it helps significantly. You're supposed to do it between 30 to 60 times. I got to 50 and I noticed that 50 works. 10 doesn't work for me, 20 don't work for me, 30 don't work for me. So it's different for everybody. That is number one. Hopefully some of you get some relief from it. I've seen a couple of people do this on YouTube and I was a little bit skeptical. It does work, and the other couple of people that I know that have tinnitus, it has worked for them, so I'm going to stick to it. Even if it's just when I'm having one of those days where it's just really bad or I feel like I can't cope with it very well, I'm going to stick to it and keep trying it out. You could do it all day long. I mean, don't do it so hard that you're going to be hurting your head. Or messing up your fingers or whatever else goes with that, but just do it in the sense that it's helpful for you. That's number one. Number two, there is a company called Neuromonics. Now, I don't get paid by them. I'm not trying to promote them in the sense that I get any kind of compensation whatsoever, but they make a device that's about $5,000, which is steep for a lot of people. If you don't make a lot of money, or even if you do make a lot of money, $5,000 is still a significant amount of money. So what had happened was I was told that they make an app, and it is in the Play Store for Android. It is in the, I don't have an Apple, but I guess it's the iTunes Store or whatever it is. And it is an app that you have to subscribe. They give you 2 weeks for free right now. Otherwise, I believe it's $100 for unlimited, or you could pay monthly or however you want to go. I just did the unlimited. I mean, $100 compared to $5,000 or all these other like sleep pillows and devices, electrical stimulus, all this stuff that they put on your head. I don't believe in it. I also don't believe in any of these lipoflavonoids or flavonoids, especially if you have stomach problems. There's a lot of lemon product in it. There's a lot of things that upset your stomach. So you have to kind of watch it with what you're taking. Also, if you go on Amazon or you go on YouTube, you'll see all these videos of, oh yeah, lipoflavonoids worked for me, and then for about 10,000 other people and never did anything for it. It was just a big waste of money. And they are not that cheap. You're talking about $20, $25 a bottle that lasts 1 month. So, over the course of a year, you're going to be spending some money anyway. So if you're going to spend 25 bucks on something that doesn't work, and the chances is maybe 1 to 3% that it helps you up to 5 to 10%, I see using this Neuromonics as a better choice. That being said, what you do is you get this Neuromonics, you download it. It asks you if you want to allow it to get into your phone calls, if you want to allow it, because what it does is it does play over anything else that you're using. So if you're listening to music on your phone, it will play over that. If you're watching YouTube on your phone, it will play over that. If you get a phone call, it will play in the background. So it's really cool. Thing is, you have to use it for 2 to 3 months with this neurostimulus on. So this neurostimulus is like a background sound that apparently stimulates your brain, and your brain focuses more on this sound. So being that it focuses on the sound and is also playing another algorithmic music in the background, you don't really hear your tinnitus as much as you normally would. If you have gone for a hearing test lately, you can do you could put in the attributes of the hearing test, or you could just take another hearing test that comes on the app itself. Now, let me tell you guys, I've used this for 3 days, okay? I have it significantly. I hear it all day long, my tinnitus. I hear it right now. It's actually kind of hard to concentrate to make this video. I hear it when I'm watching movies. I hear it when I'm talking to somebody. I hear it when I'm making phone calls. It's all the time I hear it. 3 days I've been listening to this thing. 2 to 4 hours a day, which is kind of inconvenient if you think about it, but how inconvenient is it to have this tinnitus 24 hours a day, 365? Now, you're supposed to listen to it for 3 months with this neurostimuli on, and then you're supposed to listen to it for 9 months with it off. So what this does is it trains your brain to not pay attention to the sound of the tinnitus in your head, meaning that it kind of takes it away from it. So you're not getting rid of the sound in your head. Your brain is kind of just saying, okay, well, it's not bothersome to me anymore. A big misconception with tinnitus is that you didn't have anything and we heard complete silence. Like there was nothing at all. Complete silence. We could go into a room and it was perfect. Anything nostalgic, you seem to make into like the golden days. Like you were a child and everything was perfect, and now all of a sudden you're an adult and you've got bills, you have all these other problems. When you were a kid, you had problems too. There were bullies, girl problems, guy problems, whatever, toys, things with your parents, family, whatever else. There was always problems. It just always seems that humans look to the past as a better time. So when it comes to this tinnitus, we seem to always go back and remember that we never had any noise. Like there was never anything in the entire world that made sound when we were in a quiet room. And actually, I think there was a study done by Michigan University that they took about 100 kids, and these kids went into a room between the ages of like 4 and 10 years old. And they stayed in this room for 5 to 10 minutes each, which is amazing that they can keep kids in a room for 5 to 10 minutes without doing anything and sitting completely still. And what they did was when they came out, they asked the children what they heard. And a lot of the kids said, I heard a tea kettle, I heard somebody whistling, I heard, different kind of like electrical sounds. So that means that this tinnitus has been around forever. We hear it significantly more now because our limbic system has messed up our, the neurons, whatever else going on in our body, and our body, I guess in an anxiety standpoint, is in that like fight or flight mode. So we hear it a lot more because we are training ourselves to listen to it over again. I sit down a lot in the living room and I'll try to watch some TV, and all the time I'm just like, there it is. There it is. Like I hear it more and more. I'm listening for it. At night when I go to sleep, I'm listening for it. So to make a long story short, 4 months, 3 months, whatever it is, you keep this neurostimulus on. You listen to it 2 to 4 hours a day. It's beautiful music. You can download it, and I think they charge you another $10 besides the $99.99 for your own music to be played in the background. So if you want to listen to rap music, you want to listen to country music, you want to listen to whatever, that's up to you. I personally like the music that comes with it. There's 4 tracks. It's only been 3 days, so I can't say that I've gotten bored of it yet, but I'm assuming one day, 3 months, 5 months, 9 months later, I'm going to be. But it's actually really calming, the music that they give you. So with that being said, I think you guys should definitely try it out. if you have any questions, anything, leave them in the comments below. Subscribe. I've got a whole bunch of other videos that I think are pretty cool. I'm into cars, a whole bunch of other stuff. So if any of you guys are into that as well, hopefully we could share a common interest. But I'm going to keep making these kind of videos. I'm going to keep telling you guys things that I've gone through so far, and things that have been helping, things that have been working, things that are not helping. And hopefully one of these days we can come to a finding that there is a cure for this, because I don't believe that there's no cure for this. It's impossible. The human mind is so strong. And the thing that gets me the most is like these people that have cancer. All of a sudden they have cancer, they quit their jobs, they say that they're incurable, they've gone for chemo, all these things, and they're terminal. Now they start jumping out of airplanes, they start going downhill mountain biking, they start rock climbing, and now, boom, just like that, cancer goes into remission, tumor cells are gone. I think the brain is just incredible at things that it does. So I'm not a huge fan of doctors. I don't take any medications. I don't believe that medications help you in a lot of senses. I mean, there's going to be certain cases where you need to, but the way that America works now, with Western medicine, is that it's like, here's medication and it's just a Band-Aid. It's not here to help you. It's just here to suppress the problem. And I think that's what has been going on with a lot of these marketed tinnitus pills and whatever else. So try to help yourself, try to meditate, learn as much as you can, take in as much information as you can, talk to as many people as you can, because the more you converse with others, the easier it's going to be for yourself. And I totally believe that one of these days we'll find that the cure is actually inside of us. And I think that that's really cool. So hopefully, if you agree with me, subscribe, and we'll just keep continuing with these videos. All right, guys? I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys soon.